Hi guys, welcome to class of rock and country music facts and trivia. Thank you for being here. Today's video, we're going to rock and roll. And this is so neat. This is one of my better ones that I've done. I like these behind the songs type things. The night Carl Perkins gave rock and roll its swagger. The true story of blue suede shoes. On December 19, 1955, Carl Perkins stepped into Memphis Sun Studio with a song that would become a cornerstone of rock and roll history. But like most great music moments, the creation of blue suede shoes wasn't so much a straight line as it was a tangled web of stories, late-night drives, and serendipitous inspiration. The result was 2.5 minutes of stop-and-start rhythm, sharp guitar work, and tongue-in-cheek ode to personal style. A song that defined a genre before rock and roll even knew what it wanted to be. The mythology around blue suede shoes is as iconic as the track itself. Johnny Cash, Perkins' Sun Records label mate and touring buddy, long claimed credit for sparking the idea. In Cash's version, he recounted an army buddy, C.V. White, who staggered into town during leave, boasting about his regulation black shoes that he insisted were blue suede for the night. "Don't step on them," White would warn, protecting his footwear with religious fervor. Cash had thought that the phrase had the makings of a hit, sharing the idea with Perkins on a road trip through Arkansas. But Perkins, by his own account, didn't see the potential at first. Perkins' version of events credits a moment in tiny Jackson, Tennessee club, playing a gig with no stage, just a corner set up and his amp precariously perched on the floor. He overheard a boy barking at his date to stay clear of his brand new shoes. The memory stuck. That night, Perkins sat down and wrote the lyrics, fussing nursery rhyme simplicity with the rhythm and sass of a new kind of music stirring in the South. By the time Perkins' band hit Sun Studios on December 19th, the song was practically bursting with energy. Perkins' guitar work leaned heavily on blues phrasing, driven by what drummer W.S. Fluke Holland described as their do-it-yourself style of playing. The imperfections were part of their magic. The pauses in the song's intro, 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready, now go cat go, weren't deliberate. They were because Holland, unused to counting in, had to keep up. Sam Phillips, the man who famously discovered Elvis Presley, recognized these quirks as the secret sauce of rockabilly. Where other producers might have insisted on smoothing it out, Phillips let it ride, even tweaking the lyrics himself, swapping out "Go Man Go" for the catchier "Go Cat Go." It wasn't polished, but that's exactly what made it work. Released in January 1956, Blue Suede Shoes was an instant sensation. By March, it had climbed to number 2 on the Billboard Top 100, narrowly held back from the top spot by none other than Elvis Presley's Heartbreak Hotel. But the song had something even bigger than chart dominance. It had cultural moment. Kids across the country were grooving to its infectious beat, its sharp, rebellious humor resonating in an America that was ready to shake off post-war conformity. Elvis himself recorded the song soon after, performing it on national television to millions of viewers on the Dorsey Brothers stage show and the Milton Berle Show. It became the opening track of his debut album, and while his polished take brought the song to even greater heights, Perkins' original remained the raw, unfiltered heartbeat of rockabilly. There's something almost mythic about the way Blue Suede Shoes came together. W.S. Holland, the last surviving member of Perkins' band, reflected on those chaotic, formative days with a grin. "I hear 3 or 4 versions of nearly everything that happened back then," he said, chuckling. "But I remember this. When Sam Phillips heard something different, he wouldn't try to correct it. He'd always leave it that way. That willingness to embrace the messy, imperfect magic of early rock and roll is what gave Blue Suede Shoes its lasting power. Even the recording limitations played a role in its charm. Holland admitted that the band wasn't experienced enough to work out sophisticated arrangements, but the raw simplicity, what he called the only way we knew how to play it, was exactly what made the track stand out. A blend of country, blues, and something entirely new was more than just a song. It was the sound of a revolution. For Carl Perkins, Blue Suede Shoes was both a career-defining success and a bittersweet chapter. Just as the single was climbing the charts, a car crash in March of 1956 left Perkins hospitalized, unable to capitalize on his growing fame. While his career continued in fits and starts, the song lived on, immortalized not just by Elvis's soaring version, but its place as a cornerstone of rock and roll's origin story. What makes Blue Suede Shoes endure isn't just its toe-tapping rhythm or its witty lyrics. It's the way it captures a moment when music was breaking free of its old constraints, when rebellion was just beginning to wear a belt you could dance to, or a beat you could dance to. Decades later, as its rhythm loops endlessly on vinyl, in jukeboxes, and on streaming platforms, one thing remains true. Carl Perkins' Blue Suede Shoes isn't just a song. It's the sound of a rock and roll finding its voice. I always loved that song. It was always kind of just, there was nothing sophisticated about it. There's no, I mean, it's rock and roll fun. It was a fun song. And I think I played it in every band I've ever been in. And I'm not from the 50s, guys. So it's still getting played today by your local bands, and believe me. And I just love the story behind this. I really did, especially the Johnny Cash version. All I got for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Please don't forget to subscribe. Please like this video. I'd appreciate it. Have a great day. God bless you. Praying for you.